Good.
Social construction is basically saying that humans create the environment, the house in which we live. So you and I live in a particular house. That house has been constructed by language. So part of it is we've been shaped inside Christian language, but you and I have also been shaped inside a missional church language. We've been shaped inside graduate education. We've been shaped inside West Coast churches. So there's a whole bunch of things that have been formed. So there's a huge overlap for the language that you and I have. That's why we communicate well. That's why we can understand each other quickly, right?
Right.
And in order to do genuine learning toward the gospel, that needs to be shaken up. And so what Jesus is doing in the Sermon on the Mount, he's not just giving us doctrines to believe and an ethical checklist to follow. In fact, if you go into the Sermon on the Mount wanting those things, and if in fact you're reading carefully, you'll be absolutely frustrated because it would make you crazy to try to come out with doctrines and regulatory ethics.
Well, and we've tried to do that a lot. Right.
Yeah. So for instance, on one hand, Jesus will say something like, don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing.
Yeah.
And pray in secret. On the other hand, you'll say, let your light shine before others so they can see your good works, right?
Right.
Hold it. I thought you just said X, right?
Right.
So if you're looking for clear doctrine, clear behaviors, it's crazy making. But Jesus is up to something else. It's not that he doesn't care about beliefs and ethics, because obviously he does.
Yeah.
But he's shaking up the language world of the listeners. If you believe that Rome provides all the blessings, if you believe your sustenance is dependent upon the empire, if you believe peace, pax, comes from the rulers, then you already have a world you're living in. And he goes for that directly. Blessed are the poor. Blessed are the hungry. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are the peacemakers in Yahweh's terms.
Yeah.
So he is messing not just with get a couple of your doctrines right, like four laws would do, but he's messing with your whole understanding of reality. So you even start questioning, what have you seen? This doesn't look like blessing. So what's it mean now that Jesus is here redefining blessing, redefining empire, redefining Judaism, redefining world?
Yeah.
And the Sermon on the Mount is just one of the best models of that. But every time Jesus tells a parable, he's doing that. He's saying your language isn't working for you.
Yeah.
It's not creating reality. You're living in a reality where God is not the primary agent. You're living in an analogy, in a language house where you're not able to walk with God because you can't see right. Your language isn't working right. So Matthew, following Jesus does it, then Matthew does it, is saying, let's reshape your language house. These terms, these words, your understanding of reality all needs to shift.